I'd like to start to talk about something of great importance. Um, I'm going to be doing a share of some of what I call to be the revelation of the ancient names of the original Messiah um, that was sent from an original God. In particular, this is the one God of the nomadic people that were in the Middle Eastern region of the Negev Desert and the north and south Sinai that extends up into about half of Israel to the north and on downward toward the south of Sinai and stretching over into the Yemen territory. This God was the original God, the first God, the only God that has no equal. Is all. It's one letter, A, in the ancient language, and is pronounced all. Is the pronunciation of it, not ah, like it is nowadays in modern Hebrew. I'm not going to go into the detail of that. I'm just going to basically present what I'm showing, talk about the meaning of the name, and try to keep it under 5 minutes. Now, we have here is an ancient name of Messiah. First of all, I'm going to tell you what Messiah's name means. It means the Word as God, or the Word in the likeness of God, arisen, as I am arisen. Now, first of all, I'm not the Messiah. I'm only the person who is talking about the Messiah. This is being revealed as a legitimate name of Messiah. I'll explain how and what. Not gibberish, but an actual language that's respected. It's the Hebraic language, modern. Now, mine's the more ancient style of the modern style, the way I write it. But it can be understood quite easily. I'm going to say real quick that in the ancient language of the Hebrew, the nomad of the desert there in the Middle East, the symbols, the individual symbols or letters, were pronounced like a lot of the ancient languages. The individual symbol actually has a meaning and is a word. It has its own individual meaning as a word, and is often pronounced as that sound, even if it is put together with other symbols. And those are the way the ancient languages were in this case. I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to say the name from right to left real slow, and I'm going to point to each symbol so that you understand what it is. Now at the bottom of it you see American letters to show what that letter is in our American language, and it's similar sounding. So here we've got the sound Zazava Allah Va Yaha Shacha. So this is 10 symbols. Now I'll explain this. In the other pronunciation where they believe that this symbol is pronounced as a W, I'll pronounce that for you real quick. Zazawa Allah Wa Yaha Shacha. See. Now, that's 10 symbols. I'm going to go through this real quick. Why does this mean the name of the original Messiah? Most people call his name in the Hebraic pronunciation Yeshua or Yahshua. That name is most near the meaning and the pronunciation of the you might call him the right-hand man of Moses, the actual warrior, Yahshua, instead of the Messiah. Now I'll explain why. The Messiah is the Word of God. In the Scriptures, God makes clear. In the Scriptures, God says in Revelation, I think it's 1:8, or in one of the verses in Revelation, I think it's God says, I am the A and the Z, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. What God means is God's alphabet that God shared with Moses. God is the letter A. All is a statement of omnipresence, is the title of the original and only one God who has no equal. And God is the Z. The end of the alphabet is called Zah. It means word, an action. It's an action symbol. I mean, it means word, double-edged sword, something that is an expression of being in active existence in a powerful state. So Zah is at the beginning of the name of the Messiah, because Zah is that word, and so it's double because Zah means that word. Zah, Va. Now see, Va, this symbol is a part of all the archangels and any being that is being in the likeness of God, like Michael the archangel, or Gabriel the archangel, or Uriel the archangel, or Raphael the archangel. They always have this symbol to show that they are not equal to God, but they are in the likeness of God. And that's why it is a symbol that means as, or in the likeness of God. So after this is, of course, Al, meaning God, and La after that, meaning arise. So because this is a name to invoke the spirit of Messiah as the conqueror. So this invokes the spirit of Messiah, this pronunciation, because you're calling on God as in Messiah is the way to God. Now here the V again in the likeness of Yahweh, the more personal name that all revealed to Moses. I am. So when God says Yahweh, this means I am, because God is saying it in the personal tense, the personal declaration. But the actual symbol also means omnipresence. So omnipresence and H means revealer or revelation. And so God, the omnipresence, I am, is the omnipresent revealer or omnipresent revelation. And so God reveals all creation because God is all creation. God is creating it out of God's own spirit. After that we have Shah, which is holy fire, basically. And holy fire of God is the symbol for holy fire, Shah. And Cha as the tenth symbol because it means alive. Now I will go through it again. Zazava Allah Vayacha Shacha. This is the Messiah's name according to Revelation, and is a power invoked. And you, as the Hebrew or the Arab who are descended from Abraham and Moses, the inhabitants of the Middle East, should take notice of this. And not only that, but all the tribes of the whole, every language speaking person upon this earth. I hope you can receive the blessing of this. I'm going to stop it right